This video features the hymn Amazing Grace, How Sweet the Sound, but most people just refer to it as Amazing Grace. You won't find many Christians who haven't heard of or sung Amazing Grace. Not only is it sung in church services, it's sung as funerals as well. The lyrics of verses 1 through 4 of Amazing Grace were written in 1779 by John Newton. The fifth verse was written by someone named Anonymous in 1790. The hymn tune is called New Britain. The hymn tune was written by Benjamin Shaw and Charles Spillman and published in a songbook named Columbian Harmony in 1829. The hymn tune was arranged by Edwin Excell in 1900. Most hymns are in 4/4 time, but this hymn is written in 3/4 time, which is a waltz tempo. The meter of this hymn is common meter, also known as 8/6/8/6. A lot of pop songs are written in common meter. The theme song to the TV show Gilligan's Island is in 8/6/8/6. Let's see how it works. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. See how that works? I've also heard Amazing Grace sung to the tune of The House of the Rising Sun by the Animals. John Newton himself is a very interesting person. Newton was a British slave trader in the 1700s. He was once a slave to an African princess. Newton was found and rescued. On the trip back from England, the ship encountered a violent storm. Newton prayed to God and the storm abated. When the ship landed in Ireland, Newton began reading the Bible and other religious literature. He eventually became a Christian, and later he became a priest in the Church of England. He still worked in the slave trade until 1788, when he became an abolitionist. The movie Amazing Grace, which was released in 2006, is the story of William Wilberforce, who led the movement in Parliament to abolish slavery, but John Newton supported and advised Wilberforce. A new version of Amazing Grace with a refrain added was written for the movie by Chris Tomlin and became a hit. Amazing Grace was not the only hymn Newton wrote. He also wrote the hymn Glorious Things of Thee Are Spoken, among many others. Verse 1 speaks of the sinner's wretchedness before he finds Christ and repents. The sinner was lost and blind, but grace saved the sinner and redeemed him. Verse 2 speaks of the characteristics of grace and how it works in our hearts. In verse 3, the lyricist explains that the Lord has brought him by grace through many bad situations safely, and this saved grace will lead him home. In verse 4, the lyricist states that the Lord has promised good to him and that his hope is secured by the word of God. God will be his shield and portion as long as he lives. In verse 5, which is the verse written by Anonymous, the scene changes to eternity. Even though the singers have been in heaven for 10,000 years, they'll be singing God's praises for the rest of eternity. The sung version of the hymn is next. Stay tuned. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace has brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. The Lord has promised good and portion be as long as life endures. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.